It looks like that we have a deadly school shooting in Green Hills. So it looks like it's what do you know? Oh, we got a. It looks like it's a school in Burton Hills Boulevard, and it looks like that 7 people passed away, and 3 were children, 3 adults, and the shooter. And it looks like that the shooter was 28-year-old Audrey Hale. And we do got a video, it looks like a clip here of what happened, and then we're going to go ahead and discuss it. So let me go ahead and play this clip, and then we'll talk about it.
They are Rex Engelbert and Michael Colazzo, 2 of 5 officers who responded.
I was really impressed that with all that was going on, the danger that somebody took control and said, let's go, let's go, let's go, and went in.
Nashville police also released haunting surveillance video from inside the private Christian school. As the shooter gains access by firing on locked glass doors, then walking hallways armed with 2 assault-style weapons and a handgun, shooting at officers' cars from a second-floor window. Police say the shooter is 28-year-old Audrey Hale, a former student who had a map of the school and a drawing of how to enter. The shooter did send an old friend an ominous message on social media just before the shooting.
Just unbelievable. That's speechless. Like,
what'd she say?
When I initially received it, I
cannot believe that. I mean, it's crazy that we live in a society where people act like this. And, you know, you got to see the doors were locked and they were secure. And she ended up just, oh, I'm sorry. Let me bring us on screen here. All right, here we are. Yeah, but it looks like that co-host, you chopping logs over there? Calm down. It's time to be serious. But we had, she looks like she shot through the locked doors and
crazy.
Entered the school. She was an ex-student. And she had a map of the school, and it looked like that she had targets. And it's crazy that most of the time that I've seen when it comes to school shootings, it's either a current student or an ex-student.
Unless they're in college.
I think it's super weird when like people go to a school and like just do it like randomly, because usually there's some emotion there, unless you're just like 100% demon. Because it's usually if like you were picked on and the school never did anything about it, and then you're like, I'm going to do something about it. But, you know, and every time something like this happens, people always want to talk about gun reform and gun laws. But also people, if you're watching this was at a private school. So even if you put in whatever laws you want that's talking about, you know, we need to ban this or ban that or take these away completely, it wouldn't affect private school. I mean, they're their own thing. They kind of run in their own jurisdiction there, I guess you could say. But, you know, RIP to all the lives lost. You never want to see this happen. And I hate that every time this happens, it gets basically used as like
a reason why we shouldn't have guns.
Well, no, not that. I just mean like it gets used politically.
Yeah, they
like people always try to use it for their position, whether they're for or against, and then it turns into a topic of you know, you're right, of gun rights and gun laws, rather than worrying about what actually happened.
True.
So what were your thoughts?
I mean, with this whole situation is sad, and I mean, I still don't understand why she went ahead and did all this with 3 children and 3 adults. I mean, but 3 of the adults were old. But I mean, that's still wrong. I just don't get it. I don't understand how, as soon as this, I don't understand how people feel like taking away guns is gonna resolve the problem, because like in places overseas, like in China and Japan, they say like they're strict on gun laws and they just get stabbed up and poked up. And
yeah, or like in England, that's true. People just use knives all the time instead.
Exactly. And then on top of that, like for me, I felt like this is a private school. I'm over here paying at least 80 bands, 100 bands for my kid to walk through metal detectors. I think, nah, I can just go to the south side. Like, my bad. Not all south side are so bad.
Like, but I mean, it's probably a pretty high mark. That's the one time that a generality might work. It's usually South Side is like, oh, South Side has the mansions. No, It's not like that.
So yeah, I mean, like, I'm paying that much money for my kid to walk through metal detectors every time, and you know it don't work. I know y'all seen Juice. I know y'all seen Tupac pop him. He had a gun all up and down that school.
Yeah, man, there's really no answer for this. The answer is that there's crazy people, and the people are always going to be crazy. And the thing that we got to talk about is, as a society now, is why is there so many people crazy at this point?
Facts.
You know, it doesn't seem like this used to happen back in the day. Is it because it's social media or our society now operating at a, at a good level with all the way that, everything is perceived in the online things now? I mean, and as far as it goes for gun laws, I don't think that would change anything but just hurt the citizens, because that's, kind of what America was based off of. That's how we rose up against England and got our freedom from England. And that's how we always have the power to keep our government in check, is by having the citizens armed. But
one thing I don't understand is that she was 28 years old. The school only goes from kindergarten to 6th grade. So you wait, that's like what, 10, 11?
Who knows? She could have
So
got
you waited like 17 years to go attack a school that only goes to 6th grade?
She could have went to therapy or something, was kicking up old memories of maybe they were really mean to her. Because, when it comes to like, a lot of private schools are usually, not all of them, but usually they're like religious. So if you're someone that's maybe, a LGBTQ member, you go to those schools, they try to treat you like you're sick or something's wrong with you, that you just, may not have like a preference or something that's, considered not norm.
Okay, but comment below. Tell us how you feel about this situation. Do you feel like their gun control and putting metal detectors in private schools is the way to go? Or do you feel like this is just something that we just can't stop? And you already know, you just seen Florida pass a new law, so it's about to be crazy.
Concealed carry, no license.
They got medical marijuana.
Oh yeah. That's the thing that's like, something, it's like you don't want something to ruin it for everyone. And it's just like the same thing when it comes to DUIs and drunk driving. There's people that lose their lives that were sober by someone that was drunk driving all the time. Do they ban alcohol for the entire nation? They tried to do that back in the day because in Prohibition, because how many people were becoming alcoholics and how many drunk driving things they were having. And you saw how the nation reacted. It actually helped build organized crime. Whenever, that's when the mob started, is when they banned alcohol. So it wouldn't really have any good effect. It might even help organized crime if they did something like that. And, like, you're not going to ban cars because people get in DUIs. You're not going to get banned planes from being in the air. We're no longer have planes in the United States because of 9/11. It's not going to happen. They're not going to let one thing ruin it for everyone. And you can't, because, you just end up punishing everyone anyway. And so there's really no answer to this besides being better people, being better citizens, and teaching your children not to pick on other people and being respectful. Some people are just, honestly insane or have mental problems, and there's really nothing that you may sometimes can do in those situations. But I feel like if we tried a lot better as a society, we would maybe see better results rather than seeing the numbers go the wrong way.
True. And then maybe if America stopped worrying about TikTok and the latest Ice Spice taking over the kids' minds, and they worried more about this school and all this stuff going on, that maybe we can go in a better direction. But
we know it's not, because people are evil, and that's just something I learned. I'm speaking to all y'all. Y'all know, like, about all the humans in the United States. I'd probably say like 75% of them are evil.
Another 25% is over there eating chocolate chip ice cream. But it is what it is.
What does that even mean?
I know. What is life?